Hey everybody. This is a really quick video because I just got in 2 products from Wisycom that I'm super excited to get. A while back, I was thinking about how to lighten up my audio bag and kind of future-proof it. So I've been looking at wireless pretty a lot lately, and one of the things I've been kind of really tuned into, no pun intended, was some of the things Wisycom is doing. Now, they released a product called the MCR54, which is a true diversity 4-channel or quad receiver. So technically 8 channels receiving across 4 microphones, 4 transmitters. So that really caught my eye. And the other thing that caught my eye on it was the range, the wideband range that it operates in. It's in a very, very wide range. So it should provide as much future proofing as possible. It's an analog receiver, and I debated a lot between analog and digital. I went back and forth, but after doing a lot of research and looking at the pros and cons of both, I elected to stay in the analog world. So they came in, picked them up yesterday from True Audio in Toronto, and I'm super excited. I was a little apprehensive at first because this is the box. I got 2 boxes. This is the box that it came in. And I was like, can't really be in something that small. But I took a quick look inside, but I put it right back in just to make sure that's actually what was in there. And then this is the BPA54, which is the backplane mount for it. That gives you 2 TAF connectors on the back, which each feeds 2 XLRs, so for 4 channels of output. And then there's a power connector on the back as well. Eventually what I want to do is probably go with one of the Sound Devices 8 series recorders in the SL2, which is a super slot, and be able to slot one of these or possibly even 2 of these into that. So giving me 8 channels of wireless in a 2-slot receiver. So I was really super curious how something that had so much power fit into such a small box. So let's have a look inside and take a look at the new Wisycom MCR54. So just pull that open. And that's it. Now that is shockingly small. That replaces what would either be 4 receivers, or if you're familiar with slot in receivers, they're quite common now to get 2 receivers in one. But this is 4 receivers in one very, very tiny footprint. You've got your antenna connectors on top, and again, it's a full diversity system. And you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 on top. That is for setting up your wireless transmitters. A series of antennas for the different frequency ranges, and because it is a wideband receiver, they've given you 3 different bands here. And let's just don't need that anymore. A couple other interesting things I noticed on it. It has a headphone jack, so you can monitor your input right here on the receiver. It also has a USB-C port, which I've seen it. You can actually get power into the MCR54 from here. And then there is an IR port on the top as well for using IR to synchronize your transmitters. So yeah, that is it. I haven't done anything in terms of setup with this yet. I don't know how it even works. So I'm not going to bore you with me trying to figure all of this out. But what I will do is let's take a look at the back plane. In this box, use about the same size box for the back plane. Now, I should mention that the MCR54 did come in some styrofoam when I got it, so it wasn't just sitting in that box. But that's That's pretty plain packaging. Clearly they spend their money on the product and not the packaging. Get rid of that. Get out of here. Okay, so that's the back plane. Yeah, like I said, it has two, they look like TAF, 5-pin TAF connectors on the back, and your 4-pin Hiroshi DC input for it. So if you're powering this from your normal bag batteries, you can power this from it. And then each of these outputs will output 2 channels. It is also full AES-3 compatible, so if you're using AES, you can send your signal to your bag that way. So presumably this just clips on to the back. They don't give you a lot in terms of instruction manuals. There's 2 captive screws here to screw the backplane into the receiver, and I didn't bring a screwdriver, so I'm going to hold that in place. And you know what? So here are some other accessories that I got. None of these things are cheap either, but I think when you start getting into this range, you can be in for some good investment in this. Now, in Canada, this was about $5,000, and that kind of took my breath away at first, but when you think about it, you are getting 4 receivers in one. I think about these like by Sennheiser G4 transmitter receivers, and when you take into account that if you were to just buy one of those receivers on its own, I think they're about $500 or $600 for just the receiver, and they're not diversity, they're a single receiver. So here you're getting full, true diversity, wideband, 4 channels in one tiny package, and that's a pretty incredible feat of engineering as far as I'm concerned. This is the power cable. This is remote audio. They make good stuff, and I'm powering my bag with V-mount batteries. So a V-mount battery, and so what I have here is a simple P-tap or D-tap to Hiroshi, which is ostensibly the same cable I have powering my recorder. So I'm already got a little D-tap splitter. I'm just going to pop that on my D-tap battery, and one of those will run over to my recorder, and the other one's going to run over here to the Wisycom. Just check the battery, make sure I got some power. Yep, power. Okay. I didn't really check to make sure that it can be powered by the voltage from D-tap, but I'm pretty sure it can. So these pins are always interesting to line up. Oop, popped off the back plane there. I want to make sure that stays on. I'm going to hold it on with my finger. Click that on. Ooh, it's alive. So what is it saying here? New base found. Restore factory settings. Yes, no. So it says yes for select and no for exit. I hit exit. So you know what? New base found. Restore factory settings. Why don't I say yes? At some point I really should read the manual for this. Okay, so on the top there you can see there's 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 representing your 4 receivers, and currently it's displaying the channels and the signal strength. There is also up top, what is this for? Boy, that's a tough one to get out. I believe that is an AES connector. I really should read the manual for this thing, I'm guessing, but that's, I believe that's an AES connector, so you can get the audio out of the top if you don't want to connect it up to the bottom. You can pull that right off the top. Stick that back in. I also see BT on here. I think this also has a Bluetooth receiver in it, and that there's an app that you can use to do things like setting the scan and the frequencies. But yeah, okay, so I'm not going to go too much further in this video. I just wanted to unbox this, give you a sense of the size. Like I say, it's pretty tiny, and that's going to fit into my bag just perfectly. There's some straps that'll hold that in, and boom, I've got 4-channel receiver. I'm going to set that up with 4 transmitters. And right now, I actually don't have any Wisycom transmitters. I'm waiting for Wisycom to come out with transmitters that have audio recorders built into them, so that if you get an RF hit, which I hope you shouldn't get them with something this nice, but it happens, RF hits, that the recorder will also, the built-in recorder will also take care of that. You can just use the time code to lay that back over. So, yeah. My next video, I am going to show you how to configure this and set it up with a Sennheiser transmitter, because, like I said, don't have any Wisycoms. I've heard that its Compander that's built in here can work with a bunch of different transmitters. And so I'm going to set the Compander up to be compatible with my G4 transmitters, so that I can use my existing G4 transmitters with this, and we'll see how that works. So that's in the next video. Hit subscribe if you want to get notification when I post that. If you're a sound geek like me and you're looking to move from a prosumer or consumer system into professional, and you're interested in Zaxcom, Wisycom, Lectros, subscribe, and I will give you my honest, unvarnished opinion of the MCR54. Like I said, I have not got into this range of wireless before. This is my first entry in, and I did a ton of research before getting into this, and yeah, so hopefully this will work out. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. More to come on the MCR54. Bye.